We'll just see how the signal goes.
Excellent. And go live. Here we go. You're live. Hello and welcome to another day in the Milky Way, everybody. Tonight we got a great show for you, and we got Grandpa Brian coming on tonight again. And welcome. And our special guest who just happened to pop in from sunny Australia down under, Julianne Payne. Thank you for coming.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello. It's a pleasure.
Thank you both for coming. And we got, while everybody's pulling in the house here, it's sunny down in Australia and beautiful, and it's dark outside here and cold in North Dakota. What do you got there in Indiana?
Oh, we were 38 today and sunny, seeing the sun for the first time in 4 days. We'll be up to 70. Yeah, we'll be up to 70 by Wednesday and then back down to 40 by Friday. It's been a roller coaster here as far as the weather.
Yeah. Same here. We had 30. I think it got up to 35 or 36, maybe. But it was cold. But hey, this is North Dakota. It could have been a lot worse. And you got sunny weather. You're just getting into your winter season, aren't you, Julianne?
Autumn. We're going into your fall. We call autumn. Yeah. Autumn. But it's just a little shower today. But it's we've been sending it west. And we found out that they got about 50 mil because we said we don't need it anymore at the moment. So we send it west. That's what you can do with the energy, is send it where you want it to go. And so they got 50 mil in the middle of heading out into the desert. So the power of the we at her, the weather. We are the ether.
The thing, didn't a couple of years ago you have dry conditions? Fires. Yeah, everything was dry and fires. And now you have rain, too much rain.
No, it's all part of the plan.
Oh yeah, but I mean, no, it's amazing how things balance itself out. So you got all the fires that kill everything off, and then the rains come and renew everything.
That's right. That's right. You work with them.
Yep.
Yes, I was a farmer. I know. I still grow things.
We had a big bonfire here on Tuesday night because of all the trees and all the over the months we've been, pruning things. So we had a big fire. I think it was Tuesday night. And that always moves energy and new things come in. And what I'm going to share with the group.
Yes.
What happened Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Some people in the tribe know because I told them personally. But in a dream or whatever state we were in, I was in, or all of the me's, I had the most passionate kiss with an inanimate. It wasn't a living being. It was nothing in particular, or it was me. And it activated the Kundalini, or an orgasm inside my body. And it was the most amazing experience with nothing. It was just me. And that's the energy that's around at the moment, is we're putting all of those fractal parts of us back together to have this amazing experience, which on earth we're here to do. And I'm just letting you know we're free. All of them are gone now, and it's up to you to restore the planet. That's the energy that's around now.
Well, absolutely. Because that's the thing. I think everything is having this I think the veil between the two worlds, or the two things, is getting thin, because we are seeing things and doing things that never were done before. No, I shouldn't say that. Haven't been done in a long time. Is that true?
Well, for millennia, the earth has been going, it's part of the process. So we're going inside to balance at our heart, to come back out as a whole living spiritual being. But here on earth, we're not going anywhere. We're actually doing it here, and we're putting all the dimensions, everything, all of it now is happening right now in your body. And all the exterior stuff that you're still buying into is what you require to work on your interior stuff. So there's nothing outside of you, as I've been saying for some time. It's all within. So if anybody still seeing that it's a calamity, well, look inside and talk to your cells and change that calamity, because it's all inside of you. The universe is inside of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Grandpa Brian, you had an experience this week too. Would you like to share that now or wait till later?
Yes. Yeah, I'll share that now. And that was also on Tuesday in our spiritual development class. Beginning class, Jim told us eventually we were going to go out into the shop once it kind of calmed down out there and meet the spirits that come in there, because they just feel the loving energy of that place and they just want to come in and see what it's all about. So we did a short meditation, open ourselves up, did an exercise with Jim, and then we got up and went out into the shop. And the first energy we felt was the spirit that protects our back room while we're in classes and group, so other spirits don't come in and bother us. It's pretty good energy. And then the three of us, because there was only two students and Jim that night, we met another lady. She was actually looking for her daughter. Her daughter OD'd some years before she passed away, and was in the process of looking for her daughter. That's why she was an earth brown spirit. Jim went and found her daughter and reunited them. They started talking, and then he left them alone. So at that point in time, we all split up and went in different directions. And I kept feeling something pulling me as I was walking by the cases. I could feel an energy behind me, so I stopped. Jim comes around the corner and says, "Oh, there's a homeless lady right behind you." I said, "Oh, that's interesting." I said, "I felt something." And he's like, "Come around the corner here. I want you to feel the energy of these two girls. They're over here playing, and they're earthbound spirits. They both died at the age of 5, and they just weren't done playing yet. They weren't ready to cross over. They still wanted to play, so they're still here on Earth." So we're over there feeling that energy, and then here comes the homeless person again, spirit. And she's about 3 to 4 feet away from me. And Jim's communicating with her, and he's like, "Wow, she really likes you." He calls me over. He said, "We're going to help her cross over." So I extend my arms out and I allow her to come into my energy field. And I can just feel her energy just pressed up against me. Well, I'm sending there as much love as I can, just to help ease whatever is going on, why she's not crossing over. And I hear Jim say, "No, he can't do that." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, she's wanting you to cross over with her." And I told her that wasn't possible because it wasn't your time yet. So all this time, I'm still feeling her energy. Uh, Jim calls on loved ones, and the only one that showed up was an ex-boyfriend that really loved her, and he helped her cross over. And then we were walking through the store, and I kind of was smelling a weird smell in an area, and Jim eventually came over there, and then there was another gentleman there. We actually helped him cross over. So I got to help one spirit reunite with another, help two cross over, and got to feel the energy of this beautiful spirit being that was stuck here on Earth.
Well, good
And
on
then
you,
last
Brian.
night I was talking to girls about, well, thank you. And I was talking to girls last night, and I was like, you have all these paranormal people going out trying to verify these spirits. Why aren't they trying to figure out why these spirits are here and heal what is keeping them here and help them cross over? You know, there's supposed to be there's Civil War spirits that are seen. That's, Civil War was a long, long time ago, and they're still stuck here for some reason. Why not get in contact with that spirit, help that spirit heal whatever it is that needs to be healed on this side, so it allows them to cross over?
Now, I'm gonna, everybody's searching for that, and I have something special here. Where did I put it? Oh, and I'm gonna share, and it might not look like much, but we're gonna blow it up. Now, remember that last show that we did? I don't know if y'all can see that. That is, I don't know if I can get the other one. That there, if you can see the little thing, I got a better one of it. is the dot or spirit, the orb that was in that video that was flying around your head that night. I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah. You can see it right there in the middle, right there. There it is. But
yes.
I got a better one of it. Okay, I gotta get rid of that. I got two of them. Oops, where did I put that? Why is that there? This is the other one. Oh, come on. Paused. I can't. I got to remember not to click that one. Okay, stop, Bob, stop. Okay. Where did I put it? There it is. You know, all these stupid things are. This is the one I want. You got to in Zoom. You have to enlarge it, and then you have to share it, or you have to have it up, or it won't share. Sorry about that. Okay. This must be the one here. I got two of them. Maybe that one. Yeah, that's the bigger one. And there it is. Again, see, you can really see it in this one. Maybe I can get it bigger. I got it as big as it's going to go. Okay, but there it is. That was what was flying around you at that time. It was kind of crazy that day. I was like, remember, I kept saying, oh my gosh, what is that? See, so those things are following you around if you want them or not, I should say. You know, I guess because you know what? It's because, like Lucky Stone said, he said, if you listen to them and they will come and talk to you. But most people don't listen. And Julianne, I'm sure you got some good, clever word for that about listening and hearing this something, don't you?
Well, you just go with your intuition. When you're given something pops in, you just go with that. Go with your gut. That's really what it is. Yeah. Just go with it. Like that's what I've been doing for a long time. But this last few weeks is a collective group of us just doing stuff and watching it unfold. And it's going to be, it's amazing times, as I keep saying. We already have one, and the energy at the moment is powerful, guys. So with your intentions, stay focused in how you want to have a wonderful, joyful, beautiful life, because it's happening instantly. You just got to stay in that wonder of beauty and joy. Yes. As some would know in chat, I was sending great music to them. You know, get on that banger bus. The banger bus is coming.
You know, sometimes
we like to party. We like to party.
That's exactly it too. You know, I've been, if you haven't seen, but I've been doing a lot of shows on frequency and, you know, how it affects your body, what it is all around you. But what you're describing is frequency. You're listening to that music. You're getting in that. That's because people, I had that question myself long time ago when I first started doing all this is, well, how do I raise my vibration? How do I get in that higher frequency? I had no idea. I am just me. I'm like, what do I do? Is there something special? Is there a pill to take? Is there foods I'm supposed to eat? Am I supposed to like dunk my head underwater to get that higher vibration or something? I don't know. Do I have to go on some
you change your words to start with?
Yes.
And the words you use. Like just like the girl that was here before the show come on, and I've had a few people come into the house this last week, and the word she used was blocked. And I said, stop saying that you're blocked, because every time you say you're blocked, your cells are believing you that you're blocked, and you'll be more blocked. So stop saying that you're blocked. So it's like when you say, people say, I'm sick and tired of the government. Well, you're going to get more of sick and tired. So stop saying that you're sick and tired, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's you creating that. And that goes for everything you say. So it's a party. It is a party. I don't listen to a lot of music, only when I'm dancing. And of course, I put on a certain song so I can dance, because I do go to Zumba. But I don't listen to the radio because of the tone. That's not, it's noise to me. I've got to be in the mood to listen to an actual song, and it's got to be uplifting so that I can dance. That's how you lift your vibration.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I'm finding out. You know, if you're feeling low, you want to feel better. You do, you surround yourself with things that are going to help you raise yourself. Like if you want to, I found this out, and I kind of did this by accident many years ago. And I says, well, how do I get ahead in life? How do I do things in life? Well, you hang around with the people that are going places, and you will just, it's like getting caught in the current, and you will go places. But if you hang around the people that hang out on the street corner and, they're, what are we doing? I ain't doing nothing. Well, you're going to do that too. If they're out drinking, well, you're out there with them, you're not going anywhere either. But if you hang out with somebody who's working and they're having a, family gatherings, and they're doing stuff, and they're having uplifting times, they're doing, that's where you want to be. You naturally fall in that river. And
it's current, sea. It's current sea.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right.
It's not the way they've spelt it. It's it's the CURRENT, which is the current, which is the vibration, and then C, look at it. So if it doesn't vibe with you, well, get out of the tribe.
Yeah. And that's absolutely it. And that's why I think a lot of people come here. I've had a lot of people show up on these shows, Andromeda 7, Milky Way Soul Tribe, Wayne's show. And they go, oh my gosh, the people here are so nice. This is just where I wanted to be. I've changed my life because of you guys, blah, blah, blah. Well, you fell into that current, see? and they're like, everybody is so wonderful here. And I just want to give a shout out to some of the wonderful people we have here tonight, because they have helped me along in more ways than one. And even just being here, maybe coming on the show, inspiring my life by things that they have done. And I'll shout out to them. We got Max Vision, remote view class, who has been on the show last week with Zigzagzilla. We got Scratch, who's always in the house somewhere. He's quite the participation person. Michelle Can-Am Free, who's our love girl. Linda Brooks, who will be on this show sooner than later, anyway, hopefully. And Deborah Sloan, David Castle, Deborah, who taught me a lot of stuff about meditation, and I thank him very much. Witchy Moon's in the house. Susie Q is in the house.
Oh, Susie Q.
Big Al, who's on the road in Oklahoma and will be home sometime Sunday, we hope, in all safe manner. Send him good vibes and safe travels. Big Al, we give a big shout out to you. We got, I'll put up some of your cards in a little while later here, and if you can get on and pop on, you're welcome to it. I sent you a link. We got Isby. Isby Speaks is his new channel, and he's going to have some real good content coming on there soon. And we got Mary Wins, or don't forget, Isby was on the other night on Thursday, and we're doing King Og, Lost Books of King Og. It's a great reading if you haven't seen that. We also have Jackie J is in the house. Thank you for coming. Oh, I hope I didn't miss any. Jill Jarrett. Deborah Sloan, Elderberry's in the house. One of these days I'd like to get you on too. Nobody's ever been, I'll corner that guy, I swear. And we had I don't know, I think I got everybody.
Offer him chocolate, Robert. Offer him chocolate.
Well, maybe that's what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do, and I can't snooze no more.
Oh.
So, and Saturnian Sun is in the house, and Pamela Jean. Now we got the people piling in. Pamela Jean, thank you for coming. She's got an interest. She's got a blog. So Pamela Jean, put your thing in the caption so everybody can find that. It's interesting. You check her stuff out. Someday I'd like to get her on, but I think she's camera shy. So, anyway, back to the show we're talking about. You know, I've been reading this book. I've been making notes. I've been finding interesting stuff in this. There's so much about the information that was lost, and then people channel it. You know, like you said, Julianne, you just, you know, it's coming to you, you know, like your dream there, or whatever it was, and then it opened you up, and you had that kiss, and maybe that was I don't know what it was, but you know.
Well, well, it's actually the divine feminine. Well, you know, me being a female, and it was just an actual of yourself. That's all there is you, sort of thing. So it was just probably the relationship with me, all my other me's, all my other selves coming back together, and it was a powerful thing of love. You know, that most passionate kiss, and it wasn't with another human, it was with me, is what I sort of got, even though there was nothing there. It was nothing. There was nothing there. So nothing, it's like, it was just, it's with yourself. It's with your cells. It's talking to your cells and being happy with who you are on this planet at this moment, because I thank you all for your gifts and talents, because you're amazing people.
Yeah, everybody here is amazing. They've taught me so much. They've pointed me in directions that I think were, you know, nothing is for coincidence. It's all intentional. So whatever has happened in my life is pointed me in the direction that I'm going, and I'm glad that I'm going on this direction. Grandpa Brian, you have been pointed in this same kind of direction to get to where you're at. And that was, I think we talked a lot about that amazing journey in that respect, because, you know, till recently you were kind of, you know, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're doing something totally out of the norm for you. Is that not right?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. 3 years ago, I didn't know what Reiki was.
Yeah.
You know, so I was actually just starting to come out of my shell of that, you know, breaking that chain of religion and that thought and construct, and start moving in a different direction.
Yes. Dude, now I got a good one for you. And this was in the book too that I picked up. And that's that book you suggested to me. And I've been reading through that, talking about the divine feminine. And my tongue gets twisted. So just don't worry about me. It's just all in there. It's in my head. It's not coming out right. I have tongue twister times. The divine feminine is, hey, if it makes somebody laugh, it's all right. The point is, do you think it's a feminine? I can't say it. I just can't say it. It's like saying aluminum. How do you say aluminum down there? Aluminium or aluminum?
Aluminium.
There you go. See, I said it. Okay. Well, anyway.
And Grandpa feminine. Brian, just go feminine.
Feminine.
No, you put too many ums on the end. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can say it however you like it.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we do. Grandpa Brian, do you think it is, or is it? It's not the male God that we've always, or the divine entity is a male entity, is, you know, because I've been doing a lot of thinking on that too in the past. And then it says in even in here, it was feminine. Now it is, they changed it. Is that, you know, and my question is it kind of like one of those Mandela effects, you know, where everybody remembered it was feminine, but now it's male? You know, what do you say on all that? Well, because I think it is feminine.
Back when Reiki first came out, I'm sure the energy was feminine, because it runs in cycles just like everything else. So every 2060 years, when you enter into a different zodiac sign, there's different energies there. And so
Yeah.
Like we're moving into the age of Aquarius now, which is actually feminine energy.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. See,
I'm not.
they
Yep.
changed history, because in the beginning of the book it says something. I think it was Shiva, and Shiva came it was a woman, and gave Reiki,
Yes.
well, that power of healing through the body, to the people. And later on, Shiva turned into a guy. So what happened there? I mean, just because what? They didn't want to, well, that's no good. You can't have a guy to look at. You got to have a girl to look at. You got to have a guy to look at. And then that changed everything.
And I'm sure all that changed around the same time the feminine was taken out of Christianity.
Yes, I think it all goes together. Out.
Exactly. And that's when the masculine energy comes in. It's more easy for a woman to stay balanced with the feminine and masculine, where it's a lot harder for a guy to reach to that feminine side.
Yes. Exactly.
Well, you can change those words.
I mean, that
you can change those words.
Right. So
well, I think you're right. We are changing those words now because our like me,
the energy's here.
Yes, and this is the time you can change, because
that's right. That's why we're on the planet now.
Yeah, like Wayne was talking about the one day. He says, if I talked like this, 500 years ago or whatever it was, I'd be beheaded, for what I said. But today it's more acceptable. So as the times are changing and it's more acceptable, it's time to change. It's time to accept that. It's time to see the other side, see the other viewpoints, and accept them, because what you've been taught for 500 years might not be all right. It might be changed too much, and once you see the right things, then everything changes. Is that?
Well, it's everybody's point of view.
Yeah, everybody's point of view, but that's the thing. If I have a point of view and I'm stuck on it, like Julianne, you were saying, it's about the world around you, and you don't want to listen to that music, you don't want to see those things or do those things because that affects you. And there's so many people out there that, I mean, you watch an hour of TV, oh my God, your brain is like mush. And the news is so corrupting. Hey, the sky isn't falling as the rocks keep coming down. Oh, no, there's nothing to see here. Everything is perfect. Do what I tell you to do.
Well, it is in my world. And that's what you make it, is whatever's in your world. And there's many angles, to look at things from. And that's why I always go, you look at the bigger picture, you rise above it all and see all the angles, and you go with the one that resonates with you, and that's what you do. You just look at it at a different angle. I mean, you can see the mountain behind me. I can see it because I'm looking at myself in this screen, but I can't see it. But it's just a different view. But it's like when you're looking at someone, you're both looking at different angles. When you're looking at straight in the eye, someone's looking behind you, you can't see that, but it doesn't make it wrong. It's just not the view you're looking at it from.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
And that's what's going on now, is it's one angle to get everybody to wake up, isn't it?
Yeah. One, and if you don't think like that, it might come down to that it might come down to that someday, because that's what, if you look at history, and I'm kind of a history guy, sometimes the other side does things like, hey, you don't believe what I believe, well, then you don't belong, and we can't toss you to the curb because you're still out there. We got to get rid of you. And that's just not a good thing. You have to stick together. You have to find like-minded people and get in that current, and then you make a bigger current, and pretty soon you got a river, and the river turns into the lake, and the lake goes into the ocean. And then once you got the ocean, there's no stopping anything. And okay, so back to the Reiki. I got a bunch of slides and things about the healing. And I learned so much. I wrote my little self a bunch of notes. You know, I'm all about notes and keeping track of things. And you know, stuff I've learned, and I've been reading. And so when I started out this Reiki book, I also started doing this book, which was really good. It's really you know, meditation thing, and it kind of gives you a lot of clues. I don't know if you guys ever want to get that book. It seems to be pretty interesting to me. Hopefully I'll do a show on it. But you know, David Castle had always said things like, you know, pick something and you know, focus on what that thing is. When you meditate or dream or whatever you want, you focus on that. And I think that's how you raise your vibration, because if you picture a bright, sunny, happy day, you're gonna focus on that, and you're going to become what you're thinking. Just like you're saying, Julianne, if you speak one way, you're going to become that way, right?
That's right. I've been writing for a long time, many years, and it's all unfolds. When you write it down, you've achieved it. You've put it already down in the book, so it's already happened. And I'm looking back in my journals, looking at what's happening, and it's all unfolding now. It's amazing. Yes. If you write down your goals, or like I do on my little videos, I put them in the shower. So if you write it on the shower wall, you actually are working with the waters. You're putting it out into the ether. And that's how I achieved one of my goals. Was I was going to be #1 in the world. And of course, back then it was 6 months. So write it all on the shower. You just use a whiteboard pen and you rub it off. It'll come off. Don't worry about dirtying your wall.
Yes. I know. I got a little whiteboard on my fridge, and I write those goals, what I want to do, or, you know, like for the day anyway. You know, like today I wrote a list of all the things I wanted to do. I didn't cross that many off, but tomorrow I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to get them done. And usually by the end of the weekend, they are done. Yes. Yeah. So the thing is doing the Reiki stuff. So I started out was finding out where it came from. I found out it was, you know, started with feminine, then, and I'm not going to say that more than once. And then it helps bring you into a meditative state. It can help, you know, heal you, and you can heal yourself. And then, you know, with body issue, you get a cut or something like that. Now, if I say something wrong, Grandpa Brian, you tell me what I'm doing wrong here. And then it's, I can, like if I get an injury or something like that, I can heal myself. You know, I can work on myself with myself. And I did the thing with the hands, you know, I'm doing the thing with the hands, and I gotta, so here we go. I gotta see if I got that up. Where did I put that? I know I put it up here somewhere. Oh, I got rid of that because of that other one. Oh no. Okay, I'll have to put it up again. But I got a whole thing on this somewhere. And we are going to look at this because I did my homework today.
Good on you.
Yes. And I'm getting better at doing this homework stuff. And where is it? Right here. Okay. And share. Okay. And here was my share. And there we go. Can you all see that? Reiki 1. And there that should be. Oh, wait a minute. No, that ain't the one I want. There's one with the hands. There we go. There we go. Hands. How to hold your hands. It's pretty simple, you know, because it was like it showed you on there about your pets and your animals and your things like that in your hands. So there you go. There's when both hands are rested on oneself or another, intent to heal. So what do you say to that? Oh, Julianne disappeared.
You actually don't have to put your hands on a person. I always hold my hands about 3 to 4 inches away, and they can actually feel the energy coming off my hands. People actually thought that I've had my hands on them before, and my hands be sitting 3 to 4 inches away from them. Because, you know, some people don't feel comfortable with you laying hands on them. So, and that's the way we do it at our group meetings, you know.
Okay. Well, see, these were all the questions I had. You know, do you lay your hands on? You know, you hold your hands, you know, and do you lay your hands on? Do you take your hands off? Do you keep them far away? And then it's saying, well, you should, you know, as you, the participant, you should be relaxed. You'll feel the heat coming off the other person's hands. What kind of sensations and feelings do you get when somebody does it to you? Can you feel it?
Oh yes, I feel that warmth, and you'll feel that warmth start moving throughout your body.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when you are doing Reiki work, you can actually feel that energy moving through you and the warmth moving through you as it's going out your right hand.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing Reiki work, basically you get to keep 5% of it. 95% of it goes to the other person. So it's not depleting your energy. You're actually getting a little more energy. So like at our groups, we only do, because, you can have sometimes up to 20 people there.
Mm-hmm.
We do 3 to 5 minutes a person. And basically, what you're trying to do is see what's going on with their energy field, get any yuck that's off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have, chronic knee pains, and you go down to those areas, and I really work on those areas. Okay, they got knee pain, because when you're running the hand over, you can feel the different energy coming off. And when something's bothering someone, once you get used to it, you'll feel it'll give you a little sting.
So, okay. So speaking of knee pain, I got one for you. Remember how I said, I'm going to find you a participant who's going to, and I want to have you do something, and you do the long distance stuff, right? The long distance healing. Okay. I got a guy who's never heard of Reiki before. He's got problems with his knees. He's actually going in for knee surgery on Monday. And I want you to do the Reiki thing on him. He's never had it done, doesn't know anything about it. I'm going to hook you up, and this is a test, not to test on you, but I want to see if this is because he is like, how should I put it? Neutral, not unbeliever, but not a disbeliever. He's not, he says, yeah, he'd be willing to try that. So, because I want somebody who doesn't have it in their head that, yes, I'm going to get healed, or no, that's a but, because I've talked to people now already, and you got the 50-50s, the guy is like, that's a bunch of crap. Nothing, that stuff don't work. Or it's, wow, that person will heal you up. They just do the thing, and then you feel better, like, So
yeah. After the show, I'll get his name from you.
Yeah.
And then, all you have to say to him is just be receptive. I'll start sending him. Don't want to do it now because he's going to have surgery, because you don't want to start healing something that ain't been worked on yet.
That's right.
So come Monday evening, I'll start sending healing energy to him. So just say, I have this person that's going to be sending you healing Monday, and I do it at 10 o'clock my time, which is usually about 7 o'clock your time. So I will do that for, I say, 6 days straight. Let him know if he's in your time zone around 7 o'clock in the evening, that this person is going to be sending you healing energy, and they have to believe that it's going to help. If they're not receptive and they're not going to believe it's going to help, then it won't work for them, because they're not receptive to it. But as long as he's receptive to it and
I
believe that it's going to work, all I can do is
I kind of informed him of that.
I can only send.
Yeah, and I said, I told him that. I said
the energy.
Yes. Otherwise, it just goes everywhere. And I told him that. I says, you got to be. That's why I had a hard time picking somebody, because first you got to have somebody with a problem, somebody who's open, and then somebody who says, like I said, a lot of people are either, no, that's a bunch of crap, and they're going to just reject it. and you could send all the
Yeah.
healing energy you want to them, and it's not really going to do any good. And then there's other people who say, oh yeah, it's great, and they'll take it. But then again, are you really sending it, or now is it in their mind? Hey, you're sending it, I'm better. Woo, wow, I'm fixed, So I wanted somebody who is just kind of in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And this is kind of an experiment. I hope you're good, because this to me, it's going to help me believe more. It's going to help the audience that we have here believe more and know that it's true, because once you see things with your own eyes, I'm a guy like that. I like facts. I like, hands-on. If I see it done, if I do it once, I can do it. If I see it, I believe it. Maybe not TV stuff, but you know what I mean. I'm that kind of person. But if you tell me, hey, the sky is falling, I don't believe you unless I look up. You know what? The sky is falling, kind of thing. Yeah, but I won't be afraid to look up.
Exactly.
But okay, so because it says in this book, talks about can a Reiki replace a surgery? Can it replace things? Can it, and it says no, it can. If you break your leg, you broke your leg. You can't just run your hands over there and your leg is like automatically fixed. Is that true? Yeah, that should be true, right?
That's true, but
yes,
what
but it
you
would
can
help
do with that Reiki is
once
the
the bone
healing aspect of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Once the bone is
because
are put back together, you can it says. So what I read was it will help the body tissue healing after the injury. It will help stimulate the immune system. It will promote the natural healing of the body. So you're not actually you're helping my body or that body heal itself. Because in a hurt state, you are weaker.
Correct. So let's say you fell and broke your leg and I was right there. You don't want to start performing Reiki right then and there.
No.
Because what you're asking the body to do is actually start healing it before it's set back into place. And your body would start doing that when you're sending the energy. So broken bones, stuff like that, it's better to wait till the surgery is done or it's set. And what I'll do is I'll help speed up the healing process, but I'll also ask to ease the pain to where maybe by the second day there's no more pain in the knee, but yet the healing process is still going.
Yes.
I always ask to reduce the inflammation, because inflammation is what usually causes pain.
Yes, it's inflammation. And inflammation, we found out so far on this channel and show through different people, especially Zigzagzilla, who said it's the foods you eat, things like that, the water, there's things around you that cause inflammation. And like Max Vision was talking about, it's the frequencies. Julianne Payne is right. Be in that currency and be in the frequency that you want to receive, because that block out those other ones. I know Max was wearing a special shirt, he wears a special hat thing, special all kinds of stuff to protect his frequency from the harmful frequencies. And some people get more affected than others. So, and then there's the thing about they says, hey, go out into the wilderness or the woods, hug a tree, become part of nature, because that's who we are. We are nature. We are the dirt, the water. Like Julianne Payne said, the water is coming down. You are water. And when you're with the water, you're, that's what you are. You're restoring yourself. So anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a lot of people coming since I said hello before. We got Regine Hutchelson, who's in the house. I'm sending much love and favor to you, dear. She's some gal. She needs some healing. Everybody send some good vibes her way. David Castle, hey, much favor to you. We got Scotty Boy, who's in the house, who's taking life easy. And Brenda, Milky's mom, haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you for coming. And Truth Seeker, thank you for showing up tonight. Much appreciated. Let's see. I didn't miss anybody. We got Isby. I guess that's about all I missed. But anyway, thank you for coming. Joe Sapien is in the house. I start wearing my tinfoil hats in public. People will be concerned. Just put it under your hat. Put it under your hat, you know, and put it in the brim, you know, put the tinfoil in there, and then put a cool hat like this on. You could be Indiana Jones and nobody will know. But anyhow, hey, I got to make a little bit of laughs here, you know. And so anyway, back to the sharing here. I'm gonna pull up my screen and we're gonna get back to this. There we go. Let's talk about some stuff. Okay, so we did the hands. I don't want to read all this because you can kind of skim through it yourself. Okay, self-healing. Okay, because this is what I want to really talk about, because a lot of people here live by themselves, or they have pains, aches, things going wrong with them. We have kind of an older crowd here. Not saying everybody's old and decrepit or anything. I'm just saying is we're all adults, put it that way. And what we got here is, and this came right out of the book that you told me to get. It's a really good book. I suggest everybody get one. I think I might get a couple copies and give them away on our next show we do together. Wouldn't that be nice? Hope everybody, and if anybody really wants a book, you know, so get a hold of me. I might have an extra one later on if you really want to get into this. And Grandpa Brian, he'll be happy to give you maybe some instruction if you don't have anybody around. I'm sure you will, right? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so here we go. Hand positions. Now that we know our hands are healers, you rub them together and you're ready to go. What do you see here? And tell me all about these pictures.
So the first picture is basically sending energy to the third eye. Also, the hands on the ears. That is sending energy in throughout your third eye and crown chakra. As you can see, the hands on the back of the head, that is where the crown chakra is. So she's basically sending energy to the first two chakras. And I do believe she is at the throat chakra with the second set of hands down by the neck. Mm-hmm. You can also hold them in the front too on the throat chakra.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's because you know, I was looking at these and I'm like, okay, what is this? You know, the first one I'm like, well, I did that when I was a kid. You know, put my hand. I don't want to see anything, man. Yeah. You know, but hear no evil, see no evil. You know, kind of. That's what I'm. But anyway, but no, it's to open your third eye.
Yeah, open not only your third eye, but your crown, because that's where majority of the energy comes in through your crown chakra. That and the solar plex chakra is where you've received all your energy from.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I got, okay, here we go. More on the throat. And this is all about the chakras.
The throat.
Okay.
Yes. So you see in the second picture, she has her hands over her heart. Actually, if you notice, the right hand is in between the heart and the throat. That is actually a joy chakra. So she's sending energy to her heart and throat chakra. And then now she is sending energy to, in the third picture, her heart and solar plexus. And then you see the other one, she's actually doing both of them on the solar plexus. Mm-hmm. And then you have the emotional one, mm-hmm. which is the chakra below the solar plexus. And then the last three are all about the grounding, because your root chakra is in the groin area.
Okay.
So, and all the pictures you have shown there, you're basically sending energy to your chakras, and that's what we normally do when we first at our group. We put our hands on the person's shoulder and we actually look at the chakras, because you want the chakras to be balanced for the person to be able to receive the energy. So balancing out your chakras makes it easier for you to receive the energy that has been given to you.
Nice. So see, I'm learning a lot there, because like I said, it's just it's all kind of confusing. I mean, I'm reading this book and I'm learning all these things, and and I'm looking at the pictures and I'm thinking, what am I doing here? But it's not silly, it's really a thing. Okay, here we
Yes.
got hands for front, knees, ankles, and feet. I know there's got to be people out there with foot problems, and ankles and legs and all this. Okay, go on, continue.
Well, see, they never talk about these chakras you actually have. Chakras there at your knees, ankles, and feet. I know the ones at the feet are black. I don't know what the colors of the other two are.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you also have three chakras above your head.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, again, they're going through and sending energy to these chakra points.
Okay, I didn't know.
And
So there's certain points that you need to send that energy to make it work. You can't just lay it on your calf or your leg and say heal, 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 right?
correct. Yep. You see how uh, you don't have to concentrate it all in one place. Like you see that she has one hand on the knee and the other hand on a leg,
Yeah.
the ankle.
Yeah.
And then you do the other one. You can do the knee and the ankle, or you can do both knees at the same time, then both ankles, and then both feet.
Okay.
So that's basically what these illustrations are, basically showing, you can work on one at a time, you can work on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you see when she's working on the feet, she's actually working on the bottom of the feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important for your connection to Mother Earth.
Absolutely. Remember, everybody, you need to ground. We talked about grounding a lot
yes.
before, and that is kind of an important thing. I mean, it's hard to do. Like myself, it's cold here. I don't like touching the ground because it's freezing all the time. But in the summer, I make it this last summer, I made it a point to take off my shoes for a little bit, sit in the chair outside, and actually touch the ground with my bare feet for a little while.
Yep.
And it was like, I hate to say, it was like foreign territory for me, but I did feel better afterwards. Go figure. Because you know what? I swear to God, my feet never touch the ground unless I am in the shower or because my slippers are always on. My shoes are always on. My poor feet, anyway, needless to say, my feet never touch the ground.
Yeah. And people that don't like that, you can always sit down the ground up against a tree. That's another real good way to get rooted into Mother Earth and grounded.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Here's another. See, I picked all the self-healing ones because, like I said, I know a lot of people live alone. They're older, or they need that healing, and they can do it themselves. So that's why we're kind of doing all the self stuff. So there we go. Here we go. What do you got?
So supposedly, you have another line of chakras along the backside. So you have chakras in the front and the back. I don't know. That's just what I've been told. So basically, you see they're working the different chakra areas along the back. Mm-hmm. And then once again, back down. You always start, unless you are actually using a tuning fork to go through your chakras, you always start at the crown and work your way down. But when you're using tuning forks, you always start with the grounding and work your way up.
Okay, tuning fork. Oh, that's a new one. Oh boy, what are you talking about? Tuning forks? Like what? I mean, I have hang on. I'm gonna stop share for a second, and What are you talking about? A tuning fork like this?
Yes, that is actually, I do believe it's called an ohm.
Yeah,
You hit it and it vibrates, correct? The
absolutely.
ohm is what helps. Yep, helps clear you. Well, each chakra has a certain frequency. They have tuning forks that match that frequency, and you can tell when you hit it against that hockey puck. If that chakra is not right, that tuning fork won't sound right.
So,
So then you
so,
hit it again, and that
so
tuning fork.
they're special tuning forks then, or they're pitched each one. This
Yes,
one here is 432. So it's a different one than this, right?
correct.
Okay, so you can't use
Yeah,
that
they
one.
start. I think at like, yeah, I think they start at 716. I think is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and then, or it may start out at 432 at your grounding, and then start working up. The higher I think it is, the higher the pitch, the higher the number. So
Yep.
you start out the root and you hit it until your root chakras bounce, boom, boom. Then you go to the next chakra and you hit it until it's bouncing. You keep working your way up through the to the crown chakra.
Hmm.
Then for them special, if you have the full kit, then it actually have the tuning forks for the three chakras above your head. We rarely do that one,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
that,
See,
and
that
I
is
know
something I
one of
did
them
not
sets.
know.
Yeah, I am still looking for one of them sets. Are about $300. Been searching for them for 2 years, and
Wow.
really haven't. She hasn't found a reputable place to actually get those from. So,
Hmm.
yep, I'm
Interesting.
still in that process.
See, now this is all new to me. So when you do have these tuning forks, you just place it like your throat chakra would be whatever number it is, and then they just place it there, and that helps align you. Because I know, like this
Yeah,
one here,
you did,
I used to take it, and my shoulder would hurt, and I would just put it on my shoulder, and I do this, and then eventually my shoulder quit hurting. So I don't know if it helped or not, but if that did any good, but it seemed to help. I don't know why, but it did.
because you believe it could help. That's why it helped.
Oh,
Because you believe that, okay, yeah, doing this, it's going to help me. So when you were doing that, that was your body. Your body was reacting. Okay, this is supposed to help, and then it would start. It got to that frequency. Okay, they heard that frequency. Now let's go and repair what's going on there, because that's what we're being called to do.
I like that. Well, it works either way. That is awesome. That is awesome. As our time ticks
Yeah,
away, I got a good one for you here. And we talked about this the last time, and drawing the symbols. And this, you were talking about these symbols and how you draw them with your hands and things like that. And now I have a representation of I really enjoyed our show that day. That was like the
well,
best. I
thank
mean,
you.
really got my mind going and thinking, and it really opened everything up. And so you were talking about the symbols. Explain the symbols a little bit more now that everybody can see the symbols.
Right. uh these names are hard to pronounce. I do believe the first one is Chokure, and what that does is it helps amplify the energy that you're sending out,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes for whether you're doing hands-on. You can also use it for remote work. So
So now
uh,
here's the thing. They got these all numbered. So there's a special way to draw these. You can't just make the swish and do the thing, or you have to follow the pattern.
right, you have
Okay.
to follow the pattern. So
Okay.
boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Okay.
So
Awesome. Yeah. Because I'm like, when I
uh
seen the numbers, I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to not only remember the symbol, but you have to remember which way to draw the symbol too. Because myself,
right,
I'd draw it, and then I'd say, oh, this is a good way to draw it. But if you draw it wrong, I didn't realize that there were certain patterns to actually draw these things. So that was fascinating.
Yeah. So and that's it's easier to help teaching that, knowing numbers, knowing, okay, my first one goes across, my second one is down, my third one's a spiral. On the second one, which the first symbol, that is the distant healing. The other symbol that looks like a 7 with Jim calls it 2 boobs on it. That's the easiest way to identify it.
Yeah.
That is to help keep you protected when you're doing that. So when you're doing your remote work and you use that, that'll help keep you protected from anything coming from them attaching to you.
Okay.
When you're doing hands-on, you can actually feel when you pull something nasty off a person, and you give that right straight to Mother Earth.
Okay.
So the Hanshe Z Shuni, that is more of, I do believe, the Reiki 3. And you can also use that one also for distant healing.
Okay. Cool.
I really don't incorporate these symbols anymore because I'm so connected to, because Reiki actually has its own guides and energy. And I've been so tapped into it so much that within a couple of minutes doing a distant healing meditation, I can just feel the energy. My hands are on fire. So I don't actually need to use the symbols anymore. I know them. That's one thing. I have to have those memorized, and then there's others that I'm gonna have to memorize before I actually earn that Reiki Masters. Which eventually, I know, probably within the next year or two, that I'll be able to accomplish, and then I'll be able to attune and really teach this while I'm still learning, because Reiki's a beautiful energy, and you're always going to be learning with it and how it use it and how you feel it flowing through your body. It's pretty powerful.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're talking about flowing. Hang on, I got another here. See, I did my stuff. Here we go. Your Kundalini channels. We were talking about that here. How it goes up and down your spine, your back, then your third eye, this thing in the center, there's your third eye. And then your higher spots. So I think that's what you're talking about, your higher chakras above your crown chakra or something there.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Wow.
There's only a few pictures that actually show them, the ones above your head, and also there's very few pictures that actually show the ones below the root chakra.
Okay. I don't know what else I got.
It's almost like the thing with the astrology, when you're a master number and some people don't recognize master numbers, so they reduce it down to a single number.
Okay. Oh, here's one. Emotional sources of, and you notice I said emotional sources, because we are emotional beings. That's what creates a lot of things for us. Now, here, these are some of the things I'll read. Some accidents: expression of anger, frustration, rebellion. Yeah, of course. Anorexia, bulimia, self-hate, denial, life, nourishment, not good enough. Arms, ability to embrace, old emotions held in joints. That's where we get arthritis. Arthritis, patterns of criticism of self and others, perfectionism. Asthma, smother, love, guilt, complex, inferiority complex. Back, upper, not feeling supported emotionally, needs support. Middle, guilt. Lower, burnout, worry about money. Who doesn't worry about money nowadays? Go to the gas pump and feels like somebody took your wallet. Breast, mothering, over mothering, a person, thing, a place. Just wait until I think Truth Seeker said something about the fertilizer stuff. And wait until that catches up with the farmers and comes to your food plate. You guys may not eat fertilizer, but the plants do, and you eat the plants. And when there's none of the fertilizer, there won't be no food on the table. Anyway, ears, too hard to accept what is said. Earaches, anger, deafness, refusal to listen. Feet, self-understanding, moving forward. Fingers, index, ego, anger, fear. Thumb, worry. Middle, anger. Right, a man. Left, a woman. Hold, with other hand to release. Ring, unions and grief. Little, family and pretending. And it just goes on and on and on. And so these are some of the things. Could you explain some of these things, how this works and how you figure this out? You know, so all these things, if your legs hurt, you have a fear of reluctance of moving forward, not wanting to move. Varicose veins, standing where we hate. That, I know there's a lot of people get varicose veins. So they have this, they have a hatred of something or something. I don't know. Explain that to me. Maybe you know a little more.
Well, I don't really ask questions like that. So,
Okay.
uh,
So you
like
don't
when
ask
I'm
if you got
doing
back pain
hands-on,
or
say,
or knee pain or
well,
nothing like.
uh, so like I said, you start by connecting with the person by putting your hands on your shoulders.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I usually like start out the crown and third eye,
Mm-hmm.
make sure they're open to receive,
Mm-hmm.
and then start scanning the body.
Mm-hmm.
And on people, I'll feel energy spikes,
Mm-hmm.
difference along the shoulder blades. Well, then, okay, there's stress there. Let's find out what's causing the stress.
Mm-hmm.
So you scan down the left side of the body. Left side of the body represents family.
Mm-hmm.
Right side of the body represents work. So I don't feel nothing going down the left side. All of a sudden I get over the right side. Boom, you're starting to feel all kinds of energy spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, what's stressing you out at work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who doesn't get stressed out at work?
So you get, yeah, and then you get them to open up about that, or it could be stress in the family at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you do at that point in time is you start taking that stress out of that shoulders while you're
Mm-hmm.
sending healing energy and pulling it off of them and sending it to Mother Earth for recycling into good energy. I know a few of the people I worked with there, they kind of have bursitis or arthritis in the knees.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll know, okay, yeah, you got arthritis in your right knee, but why is your left knee hurting so bad?
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm feeling a lot more of the energy. Well, I've been favoring my right leg and, putting more stress on my left leg now. And that's why my left leg's starting to bother me.
Yeah, because you're
It's stuff like
compensating.
that you feel when you're exactly. So it's stuff like that you feel when you're actually doing hands-on work.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't get, you know, feeling something on somebody say around the stomach. Oh, that means this is going on. Spiritual act, you know, it's not really instinct. I know they're giving me messages, thoughts. Okay, this is kind of what's going on with them. Ask them this. So
Mm-hmm.
you start asking questions and come to find out, what your guides or spirit is leading you to say is actually what's going on with them. And then you help them to kind of release that, because you release it, you're going to start feeling better.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely true. When you hold on to things, that festers inside you emotionally, and it comes out you physically. Yeah.
So now oh, they'll do it for about 4 or 5 months in a row, and then they'll take a couple month break. One night a month they'll have they call it emotional healing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they put you in a zero gravity chair, and then we scan the whole body. So starting up at the head, if you're feeling energy spikes in their head, that means they're constantly in their thoughts. It's all happening now. But as you scan down the body, if you're feeling the energy differences down lower, depending on how low is different parts of their life. So then Jim will go back, say, okay, we were feeling a lot of stuff around the midsection area, which is usually right around the age of 8, 9, 10. And then he gets contact with his guides, and then it starts asking them questions to find out what happened at that age, talk about it, get them to release it while there's 4 or 5 of us there, sending healing and loving energy to that person to make the release of whatever emotions they have to release easy. So that's pretty gratifying work too, helping somebody heal from something that they suffered from a long time and able to release that. And it's funny, sometimes there's been people when they sat in the chair, we actually had to take one of the tall drums and prop up the feet because the weight's so heavy. By the time Jim got done working on them, boom, you pull that drum out and that chair's sitting back perfectly balanced.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, wow.
And people actually can feel when they release. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting work.
Exactly. I sure would like to show up at your Reiki class someday and just see all this going on, because it'd just blow my mind. But I'm learning. I'm reading the book. I'm trying to figure it all out, learning more every day, you know. Okay, so we got and so like I said, I've been doing the meditation thing. I know that if I'm going to do the Reiki, I have to get in that state of mind that you know what I mean. And I know you know what I'm talking about. You just can't go in there and go, yeah, I was just listening to Elvis singing, Blue Suede Shoes, and I'm ready to do Reiki. Let's go. Here, I'll put my hands on you. Yeah. No, you got to be in that, that mindset or something.
It only takes you, once you start using the energy, it only takes you a couple minutes to get into that mindset and get that energy flowing through you. And then once you start working with it, it's just flowing the whole time.
Because it says that when people do Reiki, they say, so like if you were performing Reiki on me, that I have to be relaxed. And it says a lot of people fall asleep. Do you have that? Does that happen?
Oh yeah. There's been a couple times where they've been, doing Reiki on me, and I was, because I got myself, I watch how relaxed I get myself. Yeah, I watch how relaxed I get myself, because I learned in the meditation how to really slow my breathing down and drop my heart rate. Well, I did that one time when someone was performing Reiki on me, and they actually freaked out because my heart rate was down real low. Yeah. And Jim's like, all right, it's time for you to bring it back up. So I don't practice that anymore because it actually freaked a person out, and I don't want to freak people out.
Yeah, you don't want to do
having
that.
Reiki done on you is real relaxing.
Oh yeah, you got to get relaxed. So anyway, here's some of the notes I had on things. Natural healing relieves pain. It can relieve pain and tension, support the well-being of people, your normal well-being, because we were made to heal ourselves, but somehow we've forgotten how to do that. And our well-being of our, not just the outside, but the inside too. It gives you peace, relaxation, security, wellness. I did that part. May help. So anyway, it says it may help with things like cancer, chronic pain, infertility, digestive problems, Parkinson's, psychological distress, depression, anxiety, and stress. And so it can help with all that stuff, but you yourself have to actually help yourself. Put it that way. I guess that's the way I'm seeing it, is you get me on the process, and then I help myself fix myself. Correct?
Oh, correct.
I'm a
Most
good
definitely.
student.
Like I said, I can only give you, I can only send the energy to you. What you do with that energy is what you do with it. You know,
Hmm.
whether you receive it, uh, you know, you say, okay, I know he's sending me energy to help my broken bump, my broken leg.
Hmm.
Well, when that energy comes in, you're saying I'm receiving it, and you're already wanting to send it where it wants to go.
Hmm.
So that energy immediately just goes right to the spot where you want it to heal you. That's why it
Absolutely.
works so well with some of the people that contact me, because they'll tell me exactly what's going on. So I know exactly where to direct the energy to.
Oh, yeah.
And I always ask, I always ask my guides and, you know, the Reiki guides to help me, especially the remote, to direct the energy to whom it needs to go to and where it needs to go. And usually, with a few people that I have worked with, within an hour, there's results. They tell me, "Oh, I feel so much better. I don't have pain there anymore."
Mm, nice, nice. I
So,
like that. That is awesome. Well, anyway, we have gone a long time, but did you want to pull a card tonight, or did you have that
sure.
up? Did you have? I know if you got them handy, go for it. Otherwise, I pulled
Yeah,
um a angel card. If you didn't have that, but I know you got the connection. I got that moon deck, and I really need to get out
yeah,
and get my moon deck that I got from Nina, the mystic that I won
yeah,
for the Halloween contest. Thank you, Nina, if you're watching this. I got a Moonology card deck, and one of these days, I am going to be. Isby's got a new channel on called Isby Speaks. Please go over there, subscribe to his channel, and when you get to his channel, subscribe. Me and him are going to go over there. He's going to do some card readings for people. He's going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to do some shows over there too to get him started. So um, be ready. He's got things going on. Go over there and subscribe. Give him some subscribers. He's trying to work on that, and it's going to be a good thing. I think he'll put a lot of effort into it. If we get behind him, he'll make it good.
yeah.
Okay.
I did want to touch on one thing, when Julianne was talking earlier about dancing. Uh, you go look back at all these ancient cultures,
Mm-hmm.
Native Americans, the Africans, Aztec, Incas, the Chinese, and the Lemurians all knew that dancing
Mm-hmm.
created a frequency, a vibration, and it actually gave you energy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something into the dancing. So here
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
definitely, definitely.
Uh, we got the Shaolin Master. Be careful in movements and actions. So let's see what page that is on.
Hmm.
Slow and steady, breathe and flow, take a gentler approach. The Shaolin Master calls forth the ninja within. Shaolin medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into the energies running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right time. So basically, that's what
Can
we've
you
been talking
can
about all
can you
evening,
hold up the
energy.
card and I'm gonna give you the view. There you go.
Yeah,
Hold up the card and talk. You got to talk to.
yeah. So it's also teaches subtlety, because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy, and that may not be supportive of what you are working on. The Shaolin master, like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to express the foolish or a apparent stronger than anyone. who threatens him. You are being invited to remain graceful in your moment, choice, and action. So just be mindful,
Nice.
everybody, of what you're doing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
very nice card.
There's your card for tonight, everybody. Let's see it. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on. That's about it for tonight. I'm glad you got to read a card. That was really interesting. Anybody's got any questions, send me an email. I don't know if you got Grandpa Brian's email or not, but let me know. He'll be happy to answer questions. We'll have another show. Will you be back for another show?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Great. I hate to assume that you will, and then will you be back? Okay.
Yeah.
But I would really like to have you on for another show, especially after I finish reading this book and get really into it. And like I said, I'm gonna get, you got to stay on after we get done here, and we're gonna talk about getting a hold of that guy, and we'll do some communicating and then see what happens there, and then we'll be able to report back to all of you what the results were. And because there's a lot of talk all the time. Like I said, people want results. They want to see, they want to feel. I want it to happen to me, and we're going to work on that. It's going to be a good thing.
Yep.
So, all right. Well,
most
anyway,
definitely.
Don't forget, you're going to be on another show any time recently coming up, or you've been a
Friday,
popular guy.
Andromeda 7 will, Friday night, Andromeda 7, we'll be doing some card polls. I was on Nina's show last week. We did a unboxing for Desiree's cards. Yep.
Awesome.
And then your show tonight.
It's awesome. I really enjoy having you on.
Well, thank you. The 2 weekends I know I don't have free is the weekend of April 22nd. I'm be on my annual fishing trip with my buddies.
Oh, that's
and then of course, not unless when we have the gathering in May.
Well, you know what you're going to have to do. You know what you're going to have to do on that gathering. You're going to have to figure out some way to cram everybody in your little cabin there somewhere and have them all on one screen, or make a video and then post it or something.
We thought about doing that.
Yeah, there you go. Have a round table discussion with a round table.
Yeah, I think I can hook it up to the smart TV and actually, do it through that. So.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be very, very cool. I think I would love to come, but that's my 10-day. I got to work while everybody else has off, so I can't make it. Otherwise, I'd definitely be there. Definitely would. So what else we got going on? I got next week. I got Delaney Pearl Jones, who's going to be on, and we're going to talk more about the spirits down in her basement. And there's a lot of them, and I'm sure she'll pull a card. And she's like really connected too. I tell you what, she is. Whew, interesting lady. Definitely interesting. We also got, don't forget, Tuesday nights, we have the Native American Myths and Legends with David Null. And on Thursdays now, we're reading the Lost Book of King Og, and that's me and Isby, which is a really cool book. And I think everybody loves it. It was on Wayne's show one day, and I says, we're going to reread this again, and we're going to have a discussion about it. And today I was at I'm going to do a short on this recently. I picked up a small book at an antique shop that had a kid's story in there from 110 years ago about giants and the earth and before times. And I thought that was really interesting. So be waiting for that one. Yeah, wow is right. I had to hold the book like this because it's very fragile and almost break. So I can't wait to get it run off and copied and scanned before it falls apart on me. But anyway, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. What?
I have the Lost Book of King Og in my collection.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. It's a really good book. I mean, but there's so
Yes,
much
it
stuff
is.
that ties to it. Like, it's in the Bible parts. And then as we discuss it, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, they're talking about the Tower of Babel. They're talking about there was no people here. And then one day, boom, there was small people here out of the blue. Where did they come
Yeah.
from? And then I was looking into that place in Romania. Did you ever hear about the place in Romania where they found this underground tunnel with a chamber that was made for giants with all the technology in there? Oh, you haven't? Oh man, that's really interesting. I will send you a link to that. But it talks about the giants, and the chairs are giant, the tables are giant, and it's probably made by giants. So the thing is these giants that are in these books, like the Lost Book of King Og, they started all of this, and then they passed it on to us people, I think. And like this Reiki thing, like all these things, all the mystical things in that book of King Og, if you really read it and look into it, they had all this knowledge, and they say we passed it on to you, the people, the little people. And who did they pass it on to? Do you know? You remember?
The Japanese,
No.
Japanese, Chinese, and
No,
Hebrews.
No, not necessarily. They passed it on to the women.
Oh.
Yeah, because he says the men, we ate them. and the women we made into, they were the sorcerers. We taught them the magic, we taught them the things. The men, we ate them, and we sacrificed the babies, but the women, we spared them and taught them how to do mystical stuff, things like that. So back to that divine feminine, and there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, so it just kind of starts making sense. It's like, why are you teaching the women and not the men? They knew what it was all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting, very interesting. Well, anyway, we better get going. We're long in the tooth. Okay, everybody's leaving us anyway because they're tired too. and Truth Seeker says, I think Leak Project did a show on that too. So okay, well, I'll have to check that out. Whoa, I have an old book with children's stories I found in a consignment shop from the 1800s. I will see if I can find it. Wow, yeah, find that book. I love old books. That's my one big passion, is finding old books. So thank you, everybody. Let me know. Linda Brooks, keep me posted on that one. And Chloe's in the house. Yes, thank you for coming. I think I haven't missed anybody. But remember, everybody, be the frequency you want to receive. Thank you, Grandpa Brian, for joining me. And I love you all.
Thank you.
Peace, everybody.
Love you all.
Okay, and another show is in the bag.